a 9 months period. We are not showing you the picture as is normally communicated to you, which is on quarterly basis, but we are showing you an overall consolidation of what happened from the 1st of April last year until end of December, which is a 9 months period. As you can see, our crime that we've been tracking, 17 community reported crime that we've been tracking as a province. In order for us to have a long-term vision of where we're going, it's important for us to evaluate our performance over time so that we can plan properly. So that's why we are reflecting here the figures as you see, which figures will cover the period. Let me get a point here quickly. Oh, okay, no, I've messed up this presentation. The period that is going to cover, as I said, okay, now I've got a pointer. The period that we're going to cover, as you can see, we are tracking April to December for the period of since 2020. So we have 2020, 2021, 22, 23, and 24. So that should give you an indication of how crime looks like in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, as we are busy trying everything we can to try and reduce this level of crimes. So if we pay attention on most concerning, we talk about the total contact crimes that we have been registering in the province. If you look at during the COVID times, everyone always say this has been the ideal situation that we want to have in the country. During COVID, where liquor is not being sold in numbers and a lot of places of entertainment being restricted and so forth. Yeah, well, that has got a negative thing that it affects business, the growth of the country, but it has helped us in terms of reduction of crime. So when you look at the total figures on contact crime, in 2020, we're sitting at 65,685 cases that were registered. As you can see, bulk of them are coming as a result of assaults. So these assaults are most common when people gather and having some fun and they end up assaulting each other. So that in terms of contact crime remains the biggest contributor for us right across all these years. As you can see, we moved from a figure of 65,000 cases to 88,000 cases in this past financial year for the first 9 months. So that shows you the increase in terms of the number of contact crimes that have been registered in the province. Of course, this increase largely, as I said, is between assaults, those two figures, 17,000 and 15,000 respectively in terms of common and assault GPH. If you refer that to what we have at this present moment, there's 24,000 cases in relation to assault GPH and 22,000 cases in relation to assault common. They remain the biggest contributor in terms of overall contact crime. Whilst the concerns in the main, in terms of our crime, we look at murder in general. In 2020, we recorded 3,501 cases in this province, and we are now at 4,278 cases. So from 2020, the graph, it shows if you compare 2020 and this past financial year, we have more incidents of murders as compared to what we had in 2020. But of course, you might say that there were a lot of restriction on people's movements in 2020, so the target was not there in the main, which is human beings. So this time around, the target is available. So when we compare, we look at other years also, not just in 2020 alone. So if you look at our peak in terms of murders, where in 2022, we started seeing a sharp increase in 2021, where we moved from 3,500 cases to 4,800, and it moved to 5,300 cases in 2022. And we then started seeing a decline of cases from 5,300 to 4,800, and it has gone down from 4,800 to 4,200. As we are counting, we have seen a reduction of 558 murder cases that have been registered in our province. So this is a positive thing for us. I'm not going to go through all of them, just reflecting on some of the crimes that are affecting society in general. So I want to also draw your attention on the sexual related cases, especially looking at cases of rape, sexual assault, attempted sexual offenses, and so forth. While rape remains the biggest problem for us, at the total